Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 15, right? Yeah, 15 of season 2, the final season of Gravity Falls. We are almost at the end, my guys. God, it's right around the corner, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and hop into this. If you want to see the full-length reaction, if you want to get early access and watch it without all the edits we got to do to get this stuff up on YouTube, go to Patreon. You also get early access, and it's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things you do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And then I'll set another way. Let's get ready to hop into episode 15, the last Mabelcorn. Oh God, here we go. Hold on, what did that say? The sibling bros in the telltale fable of the unstable table. Oh my God, okay.
Princess Lovercorn says,
Buy my 42 accessories.
Oh, look at that. He's in that spare, whoa. Yo, it's an amalgam of different moments throughout his life. Oh!
I know that laugh. Show yourself!
Uh-oh.
Well.
Yo.
What do you want from me?
Quit playing dumb, IQ. You knew I'd be back. You think shutting down that portal can stop what I have planned? I've been making deals.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's finally coming.
You'll slip up.
What does
and
it do
when
for
you
him?
Get out of here!
Everything will burn.
Things change, Stanford Pines.
Whoa, what was that?
He's coming.
I love how I got like hyper real for a second. I mean, they already know. We've already dealt with Bill twice now? Yeah, right? Hasn't been more than twice, I don't think.
All right, Grunkle Stan's gotta have some decent board.
Connect 44. What could go wrong?
Necronomicon
What?
Upply, don't like salad.
What could go wrong? The board game. The
Oh my
last
God, that
players
is
who opened this box
Jumanji.
Never made it out alive.
Well, I guess I know what
This
we're
should
doing
take up the
today.
next 21 minutes.
Let's go!
All right,
Oh,
Santiago.
what
You have 24
in
hours
the-
to get these bugs across the U.S. border.
What the fuck?
Is there an owl in this bag?
No! I can assure you if there's an owl in this bag, he's long dead. Do either of you recognize this symbol?
That's not a symbol, that's Bill.
You know him?
He's been terrorizing us all summer.
Dipper's been pretty paranoid since Bill turned him into a living sock puppet.
Yeah.
Once with kittens and once with tickles.
It was a lot more heroic than it sounds.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there should be a way to shield us from his mental tricks. A way to bill-proof the shack.
Oh?
Here, and here, sprinkle some mercury. I always forget
Yeah.
the last ingredient.
Just throw mercury around.
Unicorn hair.
That's not like rare, is it?
Dipper.
And their hairs can only be obtained by a pure, good-hearted person who goes on a magical quest to find them.
So, Mabel.
Grugglefort, can I please go on this quest? I am literally obsessed with unicorns.
I literally think you're the only one capable of achieving this if that is accurate.
Probably the most pure of heart person in this room.
That's
Yes.
true, she has
I
a point.
can't argue there.
Yep. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
I'll give you my blood!
Very well.
No, you can hang on to that.
Ooh.
I haven't been in this dimension for a while. It's okay to give children weapons, right?
Sure. Why not?
Ah! It's the cops! Got it!
Do you think the cops use crossbows?
I've dealt with unicorns before, and if I had to describe them in one word, it would be frustrating.
So, what are we gonna do about Bill?
Depending on what mythology you're in, they're also very, very vicious and violent.
Welcome to my private study.
What the hell?
Even your Uncle Stan doesn't know about this.
Hey, the memory gun.
Dipper, come along.
No, I want to see all the secrets.
We're gonna have to bill-proof our mind.
I don't like the look of that.
I'm here to meet, touch, and or become a unicorn.
I hear if you lick a unicorn's neck, it tastes like your favorite flavor in the world.
Candy, I will make sure you lick that unicorn's neck.
I stopped believing in unicorns when I was like 5 years old. I'm just coming along to keep you kids from walking into a bear trap.
Stop! Let's see, the Gnome Tavern is over there.
What the hell?
Summon the unicorn, one must bellow this ancient chant.
On it!
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let it rip, Brenda.
I bet you $10 nothing happens.
I'll take that bet.
You should know better. Not. Yeah, Wendy, come on. You should know better by now.
The paintings airbrushed on the sides of vans were true.
Aw. Did that say something? What was that? Oh my god, look at that little satyr.
Visitors to my realm of enchantment.
Oh!
What's your name?
I am Celeste Belle Bethabelle. Just take off your shoes.
Please don't ask me to repeat that.
I'm talking to all of you.
Celeste Bella Bethabelle.
Celestabella Bethabelle. Okay, not that hard.
This is your chance, Candy. Lick the neck.
Presenting Mabel.
You? Unicorn can see deep inside your heart, child.
Oh, is she not?
I guess
What
I do
has
make
she-
fun of Dipper a lot, and I did just shatter a window with a crossbow.
Oh no. Oh. Unicorn tears bring death. What the hell? This thing's so weird.
Shoes, take your shoes. This isn't some shoe store.
Hey, Mabel, don't let her get to you.
So...
From this moment forth, I'm gonna do so many good deeds, I'll have the purest heart in Gravity Falls!
Oh!
That bird is fine.
I don't think so.
So what is Bill exactly?
I know he's older than our galaxy and far more twisted. Without a physical form, can only project himself into our thoughts.
So how do we keep Bill out of our minds?
Well, there's a number of ways. I personally had a metal plate installed in my head.
You really thought he was joking? Come on, Dipper.
Now, say hello to your thoughts.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm with the author. My flight.
Oh my god.
Wendy.
Oh!
Ignore that last one. By the way, you never told me what your history with Bill was.
Do you trust me?
Well, yeah, but
Then you'll trust that that's not important.
I'm sure it very much so is.
All right, Mabel, it's time to strengthen your heart.
Oh god. You know, it's okay. He can stay in there. Oh my.
Boom!
Whoa!
She's gonna say I'm absolutely
not pure of heart.
booyah! Wait, what?
Nope. Not good enough. I mean, you're doing all of that for this.
Not to mention you're crushing like 10 dandelions right now. Those are basically children's dreams. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Mabel.
that's-
It's not my
okay,
fault you're
chill.
a bad person.
Yo, fuck you! Alright, let's just eat this unicorn.
I have a 3 o'clock posing in front of a rainbow.
Thing makes the derpiest freaking faces.
Mabel's like the best person I've ever met. We tried getting that hair the good way. Now it's time we try the Wendy way.
Yeah.
Sabotage?
Mabel's
All
not
of
going
the
to like that.
above.
Mabel doesn't need to know.
Let's slay a unicorn.
We're crazed, angry, sweaty animals.
Yeah!
We're women.
Woman smash!
Here's what we're gonna
Never
do.
too much, Brenda. Granda. Granda?
Get me a flagon of your daintiest honeysuckle, please.
I'm gonna need to see some ID.
Whoa, the cops! Hit the deck!
Dude, y'all ever just go out and forage honeysuckles, man? I used to do that so much as a kid.
But if I do you a favor, you gotta do something for me.
Just spill it, half pint.
Butterfly trafficking is illegal in this part of the forest.
We got pug trafficking, butterfly trafficking. What the hell is going on out here? No man's land.
2 bags of fairy dust, just like we agreed.
Where do you get this stuff?
Everyone likes sausage, but no one likes to know how it's made.
You disgust me.
I grind up fairies.
Yeah, well,
Throw them into a grinder. Oh!
These butterflies aren't mine, I swear. I've been framed.
The deer with the siren on its head.
Come on, Mabel, you can do better than that.
Winnie, Pray, and Trot.
What the hey?
No, wait! But this is wrong, guys!
Protecting the shack is good.
Oh, damn.
Doth mine eyes deceive
Oh, my
me?
God. You can sense this stuff, supposedly.
Yo, Seabeth, are you seriously pulling this pure of heart scam again?
Scam?
Kid, unicorns can't see into your heart. All our dumb horns can do is play rave music.
Oh, my
Just a line
God.
we use to get humans to leave us alone.
Guys, shut up.
Charlie! We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie!
But you're even worse than I am!
What are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do?
Yes! Yeah! Fuck him up! Oh, wait a
Go,
second.
Mabel!
Join the dark side.
Oh.
Well, then it's a fight you're gonna get.
You're up against the wrong... Why are the other two even helping? They shouldn't even be involved. Dipper, please don't shortcut this shit.
I can handle the truth. I wonder what Great Uncle Ford is thinking. Use the machine. It'll show you his thoughts. The more you know about Bill, the more you can help.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Just a little peek.
From now until the end of time,
Just let me into your mind, Stanford.
please call me a friend.
Oh. Wait. What? Wait, what? Oh! Whoa!
Great Uncle Ford told me to protect the rift. Get one step closer and I'll shoot. I'll erase you right out of Ford's head.
It's me, Dipper. It's your uncle.
No one. Trust no one.
Yeah. Oh. Oh!
Oh, let go of me.
Calm down. Look into my eyes. Look at my pupils. It's me, Dipper. It's me.
I tried to erase your mind. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Dipper. I was a fool to try to hide all this.
Okay. Come clean.
Been trying to prepare you for Bill's tricks is because Bill tricked me. It's the biggest regret of my life. I used to think he was my friend long, long ago.
Oh. Backstory.
It warned me not to read them, but I was desperate. I read the inscription aloud. Nothing happened. Until later that afternoon when I had the most peculiar dream.
Oh, yo.
Hiya, smart guy. Whoa, don't have a heart attack. You're not 92 yet.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Heinz, the man who changed the world. But I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
Wait, is that his future?
He told me he was a muse, that he chose one brilliant mind a century to inspire. Fool I was, blinded by his flattery and games.
And that would work on a lot of people, I'm sure.
He was free to move in and out of my mind as he pleased. We were partners.
And that's why the gate is the way it is. The iconography is the way it is.
Until my partner got a glimpse of Bill's true plan.
When he went into the gate.
Oh, looks like Mr. Brainiac finally got smart.
Oh, what the...
Your dimension is gonna learn how to party, right, guys?
What the hell is all of that?
You can't stop the bridge between our worlds from coming.
Our worlds.
Cute even.
I'd been betrayed. All he needs to do is get his hands on this rift. To Bill, it's just a game. But to us, it would mean the end of our world.
Yeah, no more nightmare escape needed. I'm sorry, no more
I'm
Dreamscape
so
needed.
embarrassed about earlier. I'm such an idiot.
We're not the first two idiots to be tricked by Bill, boy. But if we work together, could be the last.
No.
Did someone say unicorn hair?
No, actually.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
What did you do to them, though?
They finally gave us this treasure just to get rid of us.
Okay, does that mean they're a man-horse calendar? Does that mean they're still alive, then?
Is it okay?
Better than okay. It's perfect.
Aww.
You're a good person, Mabel.
Aww.
Yeah, I learned that morality is relative.
That's also true. That's true. That is true. Oh, look at that.
I guess I can't possess anyone inside the shack, so I'll just have to find my next pawn on the outside.
Oh, God. And who will it be? What was that shot there at the end this time? What the hell? Hold on. God damn it. It immediately kicked me out. At least it let the rest of the stuff play, but I didn't get to see that. It was like somebody's face was upside down. Oh, it's just Ford's face. Okay. Interesting episode, man. With it starting off with this like unicorn thing and like protecting the family from Bill and whatnot, and just diving into Stanford's past history with Bill, learning that all of this kind of started because he had kind of hit a brick wall with his research in Gravity Falls. He stumbled upon that cave and it showed him the way to summon Bill. Just like in his own book, you know, there was a heavy warning not to read it at all, which again, why have a warning for something that is world ending like this if you don't want someone to read it? Just get rid of it. Why did they just scribble out the markings on the cave wall? You fools. This is your fault. Because you know someone's going to be like, I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. And guess what? That they did. So kind of their fault, kind of on them. But I loved how I guess I'm kind of, and maybe I shouldn't have been, but I'm a little like shocked that we really went that deep in this episode on the Bill stuff. I don't know. I guess like when I saw like the Mabel stuff, the quest for being good, the whole thing with the unicorn being kind of, I guess it was all Bill centric. It was to protect the shack, put up this barrier and protect them all from whatever's going on in the offset, because now he learned that the family's already interacted with him before. So I guess it does make sense. I guess I didn't expect also in this episode to take a dive down memory lane with him, but I'm glad we did, because that was exciting to see. It was fun to see. You know, he fell prey just like Dipper did initially with, well, Dipper didn't fall prey to it anyway. It was more like he knew, but his desire for answers, his desire for, finishing his quest caused him to, well, I guess he was tricked in a way too. He knew Bill was a nasty little demon, but he still agreed either anyway because he wanted those answers about the laptop, but then he got double-crossed that second time. But, we've got a little bit of a history and an interaction with him. And I like the connections to the McGucket stuff with what he saw on the other side. And are these other Bills, like whatever entity he is, other demons? Is he even really categorically a demon, or do we just consider him one? Whoever wrote that before, consider him one. My main thing is, I guess, is just like, what has he been doing this entire time? Just biding his time, waiting on the outskirts for the crew to be vulnerable again? Because we have only seen him the 2 times, but I don't know. He didn't show up when the gate was open, while we did have it open, which works for us. But hey, the shield generator is now installed. He can't do anything inside the shack, at least for now. But he's going to be looking for a Trojan horse of sorts out here. This whole thing with the unicorns was hilarious. Especially like for somebody that grew up in the 90s and stuff, like they did in these, you know, kids did or whatever, like that art, like when you were a kid, like on the side of vans, but also like on like school folders, whether it be notebooks or the organizers or whatever. There was so much of that kind of like, I forget the particular artist that really dominated it all. There was just pastel unicorns, flowery cuteness, abundance, a lot of unicorn imagery and all that kind of stuff that just dominated the sphere. It all kind of linked back to that. It was like, oh, it's just like, this is just like the side of fans was true. The world's just solved. Ah. But then the unicorn was just a scam artist. I like that it was a connective tissue. The unicorn was a scam artist, and Bill's kind of a scam artist in two very different ways. And this unicorn was just messing with them for the fun of it. Not even to get anything out of it, just to be a complete dick. And I like by the end of it, though, they were like, you know what? To hell with you. Like, because it was just ruining Mabel. And some of the stuff that Mabel was doing, too, like, it's all about intent. When you're doing something so people think you're good, well, I mean, she wants to feel like she's a good person too. So it's not wholly she's doing it so that other people think she's good. She also wants to think she's good. But doing good deeds purely for that reason doesn't, I don't think, innately make them good. But I don't know. I don't, it's hard to like define what makes a good person or a good deed a good deed. I think at the end of the day, it's a mix of a lot of different things. And I like that by the end of this episode, Mabel was just kind of like, you know, it is kind of her perspective, and it kind of is. You know, one thing that's good to you might be detrimental for someone else or something else. It's all really perception at the end of the day. And she was putting so much value on that it was sucking the joy out of everything else. And I like that the other girls just said, screw this shit, and wanted to just take this unicorn out. And then the other unicorn's like, dude, what are you doing over here, Seabeth? You fucking, or Seabell? You messing with these people again, playing that pure of heart scam? But then for whatever reason, they also joined in the combat to defend the scam artist unicorn in their group. Don't know what that was about, but the whole thing was a fun bit. And I like that for that second, though, and it was a little rude to do what they did, but I get from Dipper's point of view, learning what he did, seeing what he did, it does make sense for him to have his guard up in that moment, to have that kind of moment of misunderstanding and kind of false tension between him and Ford, when he looked into his mind while he was asleep at the desk because the mind reading process was taking so long. Interesting that device works on him, even though he's got that plate in there that blocks out these mental things. He's like, Bill, you can't trick me, remember? You also can't erase his memory with the gun because of it. I would imagine that would have also prevented him from even having his mind read by the machine he built. Considering I think he mentioned that came after the fact when he put the plate in. Either way, that showed Dipper what happened, you know, them being friends, them shaking hands, them agreeing to these things, them working together. But he didn't have the full context of it because he didn't really have that time to sift through it all. And automatically knowing that connection made him absolutely fearful, you know, and Ford not being forthright with all the information out front, as he tends to be, didn't really help things either. But it worked out in the end. Everything's on the table, supposedly, at this point. And I really feel like, we only got, how many more episodes are left? 21 episodes. So we really, we don't have a whole lot of the season left. So I have to imagine that some of this stuff is going to ramp up a little bit. And I'm excited to see how that happens. Bill's an interesting little terrifying creature, man. Anyway, let's head on over to Patreon and see. No, sorry. Let's not do that. Cryptograms. So there's one. Well, okay. So these are all one thing. These are all author symbols. but it doesn't say they're a combined cipher. They're individual ciphers using the author symbols. So for the first one is black and white. Okay. And then there's Think Liar on APESNRMSD blank blank TEPYR. What the fuck is that? There's no context for that one either. Think Liar on app is unless this is like, the fuck is this? Oh, we'll look at the episode itself and see. Anyway, we'll come back to that one. It started with bad dreams, which became nightmares. I was foolish. I wanted answers. I painted the symbols. I said the words. When gravity falls and the earth becomes sky, fear the beast with just one eye. Pretty straightforward on that front. Simple man with eager ears may trust the whispers that he hears. True, very true. Cipher's game, he needs a pawn. Be sure to know which side you're on. That was the final one there, which kind of sets up what we were looking at before. Now, what about that second one? I wonder if it's in the trivia. Any codes decrypted on the Stammer chalkboard are as following. There's a encrypted and decoded that offers symbol, substitution cipher, separated by a semicolon means they're written above each character. No, I mean, that is the solve, I guess. That's interesting. Okay. If that's something that's been cleared up, or maybe I don't need to know yet. Maybe that's something that gets cleared up later. Let me know. Anyway, let's head to Patreon and see what you guys have. All right. Robert English. Alex Hurst created a Twitter account for Stan's campaign that is still available to view. It is, I think this is for last episodes. Yeah, it looks like this is for the last episodes. When I originally posted this, I accidentally copy and paste the same description from last time. I forgot to actually change it to 15, so that may have just been a mistake on that part, but it's still a detail we didn't have last time, or at least for last episode. Twitter account for Stan's campaign is still available to view. It is Stan Pines for Mayor. If you want to check it out, lots of great jokes and fan responses on there. One of my favorites is the campaign promise to raise taxes 4,000% on anyone named Gleeful. You know, I could get behind that. Tia Lily, what did you think of them bringing back the pub trafficking joke from last episode? From Stan's list of crimes. Also, we're getting closer. Who do you think Bill will target now? The clock is ticking. Honestly, I don't even remember the pug trafficking joke from last episode. So I did not, it was lost on me that that was a reference to a previous thing, unfortunately. When there's so many things the show throws at the wall like that, it's hard to keep track of every little thing like that. But it was still funny nonetheless, even without that context, because you just would buy that Stan would have his hands in all these weird, crazy scams, side hustles, and whatever. We know he's not a morally above code or whatever. But as far as like, who do I think Bill will target now? I don't know. Maybe he'll go back to working with Gideon, teaming up with someone he's worked with before, though I don't know if that alliance would stay strong. I don't know. You know, maybe any number of the people of the Society of the Blind die. They've had their minds erased. Maybe they would be susceptible to his infiltration, maybe more likely to become a puppet. I mean, it could be, you know, Mabel's friends. It could be, I don't know. It could honestly, like the way it was there at the end, it could really be anybody. But it's somebody outside the shack. But who can get into the shack that's outside the shack, that doesn't live in the shack? Maybe Wendy and Soos can become a pawn for poor old, or fucking Bill here. Soos doesn't have a strong mind, so Soos would be a very interesting candidate. But I feel like anybody, a lot of our characters act so distinctly them. It'd be very hard I feel, for Bill to imitate any of them, for that ruse to go on too long like it would. I don't know. we'll have to wait and see. Then we have Stardusted Kirby, or Serby, it's a C. Hello, I'm excited to be able to join in on the Patreon and the questions, especially the closer you get to the end of the series. That really means a lot to me. As I was the same age as Dipper and Mabel when the show was coming out, and even have Gravity Falls themed 13th birthday party, where I received Dipper's pine tree hat. Oh, that's cool. A bit of a background knowledge from back in the day. We got the name Tad Strange a lot earlier than this episode from, I believe, leaks. And there was a crazy amount of theorizing based on the naming convention, and I believe the voice actor, who it could possibly be. And to the point, there was a little blue square demon. Hold up. What are we talking about here? I don't remember Tad Strange being a thing that we talked about. Oh, again, this is a mix-up for me misposting. That was from last week's episode. Okay, we'll still include that. Again, my fault. So I think there was. I remember this guy now. Okay. The point we just create a little blue square demon that could maybe be a brother or co-worker to Bill Cipher is a possibility. So when the episodes air, we saw Tad Strange for the first time, and some were disappointed. Others, like me, found it hilarious. But that's enough rambling about me for questions. The Stanchurian candidate is fun because we finally get an update on Gideon. We also see a bit of an effect on Stan of being compared to Ford his entire life as well. We get to see the completion of Tyler's arc. Mayor Cute Biker was hilarious and out of the hat pull back in the day. But what do you think about this win being out of left field? I mean, out of everybody in Gravity Falls, you know what? There's not a lot of good candidates, but if there's anybody, I really feel like they're probably the best one. Not a lot of great all-around picks, but out of everybody, honestly, yeah, Tyler can go for it. I trust Tyler more than most other people in Gravity Falls with that sort of thing. Did you think for a second Stan was going to be the mayor of Gravity Falls? I did think maybe that could be a route to go. I mean, I don't know. I think that could have been an interesting arc for him and a little interesting path for his character to take had that actually gone through. Regarding Gideon, what kind of deal do you think he's going to make with Bill? I don't know, man. It's hard to guess at this point. Do you think his goal is to escape, or does he have a different plan hidden in that big old hair? It's definitely not simply to escape. There's going to be revenge. There's going to be a power grab. There's going to be something else. It's not just to get out of there. So it's going to definitely be something else. Then we got Machine Head. What did you think of this episode? Not long until the 4-part finale. Again, I'll still be watching them in individual episodes. So I will not be just doing all 4 episodes in one video, or at least that's currently not the plan. But as far as this episode goes, it was a lot of fun. Loved the adventure with Mabel. Loved the stuff with Ford and Dipper, especially building out the lore, building out the past, building out a lot of the stuff going on with the plot. Like some of the centric foundation to everything that's been going on in Gravity Falls up until this point. It was a really good, really good episode. Fun little adventure for both parties involved. I mean, it was all working towards one goal, but it worked with the individuals really well, like Dipper and what he was dealing with, Mabel, what she was dealing with. It was very catered to their strengths in a really big, bad, fun way. Sabrina Buscemi, do you think in order to be a good person, you need to do good things or have good morals, or is it just a given? It's like I said, I feel like a lot of things, to be a good person, I feel like you can't just, people can do good things for bad reasons or not good reasons or maybe selfish reasons. If there's a motive behind the good that is just not just doing it to do it, it's not, it still brings good into the world, but it doesn't make you a good person. I think it's the morals behind it, it's the belief behind it, it's the heart behind it. It's just how you carry yourself at the end of the day, the intent behind it all, just the energy and air you bring into the world. It's messy though, like I said, because it is, one person's good can be one person's ill. You know, it's a lot of it's perspective, a lot of it's point of view, a lot of it is rooted in what you believe and where you're raised in some ways as well. Even culturally, some places, again, what's good for one group of people might be vile for another, you know. It's a lot of it's perspective. For me, it's not bringing any kind of ill to anybody else around you. It's kindness, it's compassion, it's love. I think you can't really go wrong with any of those things, and if anything is coming from any one of those sources, I think that's good. And I think Mabel is a good person. And I don't think anything she's done makes her a bad person. She's made mistakes, she's messed up, she's been selfish, but that I don't think that completely makes her bad either. We're all fallible, we all have moments of weakness, but that I don't think that truly destroys any of the good that she's done, not in any kind of way, shape, or form. It is a messy conversation. It is a debatable stance to kind of lock something in for sure, but yeah, I mean, that's my overall thoughts on it without getting too in the weeds about it all. And then we got Sharcha IDC. I probably didn't pronounce that right, but I tried. Well, this is an episode that is filled with a lot. How did you expect Ford and Bill's connection to be? Also, for anybody that wanted to put a question for 215 and didn't because of my mix-up when I originally posted this with the 214 in there, for the people that put 214 questions in here by my mistake, feel free to drop a question for this episode next week. I will hopefully paste the correct episode title in there, or number. How do you expect Ford and Bill's connection to be? Such an intense moment, then we jump into murdering unicorns. They seem to still be alive. They seem to have paid them off to leave them be and spare them. But they did have their tears, eyelashes, and hair and treasure. How they got the fairy dust joke will always blindside me, dude. Yeah, the way they played that off like a drug sting, they got it, but then they also split it with the gnome cops as well. Some crazy shit in a Disney cartoon, man. That's so funny. Again, with it being this fairy dust too, again, I don't know what all the effects it has. It makes me wonder if some of that made its way into that what was it called? The candy at the convenience store that Mabel got herself into. You know? There's definitely something iffy about all of that, for sure. Especially considering she had that fever dream with the dog that was very psychedelic in nature, and a lot of the aesthetic that was similar to that little pocket reality we opened up where the unicorns were. I wonder if those things are linked at all. Anyway, that's also what you said. Anyway, hope you're ready. Next week will be the last bit of downtime before we start the sprint to the finale. Crazy, huh? How do you feel about being so close to the end here? I think any time with any show, especially if I'm really enjoying it, there is like this anxiousness because I want to know how it ends, but also this like dread of reaching the end. When I really get invested into something, knowing that the end is coming is, I don't know, it's like, it makes me anxious in a lot of ways because I don't want it to be over. We have to keep moving forward. So it's like this weird, like, contradictory dance in a way. Like, I want to know how it ends. I want to see it through to the end. I want to consume it all. But then the end, once you get to the end, that's it, right? You know, and then it's over. The show's done. And then there's going to be that post show depression, of course. But, you know, I mean, that'll be something we carry on the other side. We'll be going right into the amphibia after this. So, you know, we will have another show to go into, but as far as like this pocket and all this kind of stuff, you know, I love these characters. I love the sensibilities. I love the sense of humor of this series, of Alex in general. So it is going to definitely be missed. So it is something that like I'm actively thinking about and carrying like as we get closer and closer and closer and closer to the end. But that's true of any show, really. It's just that unfortunate side effect of enjoying a ride so well that has like a finite, like an end point, you know. I don't know. It sucks. But I'm excited all the same because it's been a wild, fun journey. Anyway, though, guys, what did you guys think? How do you feel about these episodes? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction if it did. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Or if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon if you want to get early access, all that jazz. Also, over there, if you want to drop your own questions and shit. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chanson, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Briley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, and Amy Becca. Thank you guys so much for becoming savers here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that I take care of here. You guys have done tremendous help with all that. And as always, I want to give you a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do what we do over here, getting help with the editing, keeping up with all the content that's coming our way, and just sifting through it all and making it all possible, especially with the YouTube algorithm, the copyright strikes, claims, all that jazz. You guys shield us from so much of that so we can keep bringing as much as we can to you guys here on YouTube, because at the end of the day, without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Thank you guys as well. But that's just video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.